Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Start the drive, and he is going to lose yardage here. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Lawrence will throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Foye Oluwakan finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. With free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Come 19!
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
19 Tiger.
On 1st down, Hurts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Hurts to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A quick throw, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And here's another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now. Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
60 Eagles!
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Andre Sisco there on the stop. 6-0 our score after 1. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Hurts. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5.
Ready to go.
Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Finding room at midfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. The catch and run good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, a run with ETN. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 34. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Hey, go! Bravo! Hey, box up!
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. That caught by Manhertz. Touchdown, Jaguars! Chris Manhertz, 34 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 13-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
X3, 2-3, stop.
On first down, right back to ETN.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First and 10, it's ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On the stick.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
ETN up the middle.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Caught on the slant. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jags are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hurts.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted.
And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, back to Sanders. He juked him, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves,
this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. And that's complete to Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Hey, Trash! Dragon 60!
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A give running right, Etienne. And some room to work. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On the counter, ETN. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Let's go.
9 yards on that previous run. Here's second and a couple of feet. ETN once more. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, lock it. What?
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Recall, move to the deep. Hey, I said it. Get up. Hey.
Here's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick-6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick-6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean. An outstanding play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10.
There you go.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Come on, check. All right.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Check mash, ready.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Yeah.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey, simple. Go. Hey.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot. As he was there to pick that one off, and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence steps away to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Another tote for Etienne.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. We go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.